to the last topic of Unit 5. So Unit 5 has talked about solutions to equations. We've talked about solving equations. Everything has been contingent upon equations. But that's not the only thing in the whole wide world. There's also something known as inequalities. Inequalities, notice we always got x equals something with an equation. You get x equals one number. An inequality means x or y or whatever the heck you're talking about can equal a bunch of stuff, right? Like if I said that I want more than 10 bucks, it doesn't mean I want 10 bucks. What that would mean is that I'd want my money to be 10 or greater than 10, all the way to infinity. Okay, so inequalities, the symbols that we have for the inequalities are greater than or equal, less than or equal. Okay? Here's the properties of these inequalities. It's colored in if there is a line under it. Okay? If there's a line under the inequality symbol, it's colored in, like this. X greater than 5, you put it's like the equal sign. You know how equal has two bars? Inequality, if it equals, it can equal the number, it would have the bar under it. Greater than, it's all related to a number line, inequalities are. If it's greater than, it means you go to the right. That means it would look like this. If you are less than, related to the number line, if you're getting smaller, you go to the left. So your arrow would look like, whoops, I almost put two arrows there. Your arrow would look like this. Okay, inequality means it can equal a multitude of things, right? If I said I can have more than 12 kids come with me on a field trip, I can have 12 kids, 13 kids, 14 kids, 15 kids, 16 kids, all the way up to probably some sort of maximum, right? If I said you need at least 20 bucks to go to a concert, you could have 20 bucks. You could have $20.10. You could have 30,000 bucks. I don't know. It can just be a bunch of different things. And how we do that, when we're talking about solving or graphing, you use a number line. A number line shows you the answers. So you need to know how to graph. Graphing solutions of inequalities. The first thing you do is make a circle on the number line that you're comparing the inequality to. Like x is greater than 5. Your circle would be at 5. X is less than or equal to negative 2. Your circle would be at negative 2. So whatever number you're relating it to is where you put the circle. Then you got to determine if you're going to color it in or not. Remember, that's the bar under it. The bar under it means fill it in. Like if I had greater than in a bar, it means color that in. Less than with the bar means color that in. And then you determine direction. Left or right. Are you going to go left or are you going to go right? So on the right-hand side there, we're going to practice this concept. Y is greater than or equal to negative 3. Right here on that. So that means I put a circle at negative 3 because that's the number they give me. And I'm greater than. Does greater mean right or does greater than mean left?
Right.
Right, because I'm getting bigger. And then do I color my circle in or not?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, because there's a bar under it. That bar means colored in. X less than negative 3. Where do I put my circle?
Negative 3.
Do I color that circle in?
No.
No, because there's no bar. And do I go left or right?
Left.
Because I'm less than. Less than means left, yeah? So I would go left with my number line. And your arrows don't have to look like mine. You don't have to see how I scoot up and over. You don't have to. I just like it because it looks nicer. What you'll see some teachers do, I'm just going to erase it for a second. Some kids do, and teachers, you just put a circle there, color it in, and just make your arrow right on the number line. So whichever method works. Z is less than or equal to negative 6. My circle's going to go at -6. Found it. Do I color it in?
Yep.
Yep. And less than or equal. So does that mean left or right?
Left.
Left. I'm going to go left. Yep. Okay, so that's learning target number 1. Learning target number 1 is to be able to graph an inequality. So I'm going to give you an inequality. Actually, IXL is gonna. You're going to plot the circle, color it in if you need to, and tell them what direction to go. Okay? Learning target number 2 is writing an inequality given a graph. So what you want to do is write the number the circle's on, and then you need to determine if it's greater than or less than. So you're going to determine the direction of inequality. Maybe I meant symbol. I don't know what I meant there. I'm going to pretend I meant symbol. Meaning, is it greater than or is it less than? Did I go left? Did I go right? So the top one, it looks like my circle is at -2. So you should always have variable on the left. So it would be x and -2. Now I got to figure out which symbol goes in. Is that greater than -2 or less than -2?
Greater.
Greater. Did I color it in?
No.
Nope, so I don't put a line on it. So I just write that it's greater than -2. Okay, so the next one, I see that my circle is at 9, so I always write my variable, and it doesn't have to be x. You can make your variable anything you want. Maybe you want it to be y. And then you write the number that it's at, 9. And it looks like I was getting smaller than 9, so less than. It's colored in, so I put a line under it. Y is less than or equal to 9. Okay, next one. I have my variable on the left, and my number is 0. So I'm going to choose A to be my variable on this one, A and 0. Am I greater than 0 or less than 0?
Greater.
Do I have a line under it?
Yeah.
No, because I didn't color it in, right? So just A is greater than 0. So, graphing inequalities, writing them given a graph. We're not done with our learning targets yet. Last one, well, just kidding, you have 2 more. Variable on the right and writing from a word phrase. Okay, so now things look different when the variable's on the right-hand side. Notice on this first page, the variable was always on the left. Left side, left side, left side, left side, left, left. That is the proper way to do it. It always should be on the left-hand side. But they try to trick you in 7th and 8th grade. And they try to see if you know what to do when the variable's on the right. So here's what I do. If 5 is greater than x, greater than or equal, that means x has to be what? If 5 is bigger than it, x is smaller. X is less than or equal to 5. So I make my circle at 5. I color it in, because there's that line under it. That's so messy, I can't handle it. Circle at 5, color it in, go to the left. Those are very tricky when it's on the right-hand side. You have to pause and make sure you're processing through okay. -3 is less than or equal to x. So if -3 is smaller than x, x is bigger. So x is greater than or equal to -3. So I make a circle at -3, I color it in, and I'm actually bigger. So just be careful about that when the variable's on the right-hand side. And the last learning target is writing inequalities from word phrases. That means that you're going to be given a situation, and then you need to connect the inequality that represents it. At least represents, if I said you have to be at least 48 inches tall to ride a ride, that means that you have to be bigger than or you can equal 48 inches. At least means bigger or equal, greater. At most, like I can have at most 30 kids in a classroom. That would mean less than or equal. No more than. If your family says you can have no more than 4 friends sleep over, that means you would have to have less than or equal to 4 friends. No less than. And that happens a lot, come around like springtime soccer season and stuff, like if they're developing teams, you can have no less than 12 people on your team. So no less than would mean you'd want bigger or equal. Okay, those are just some of the common inequality vocab words that you see. At least, at most, no more than, no less than. And here's some real situations. True story, a teenager can have no more than 1 passenger for their first 6 months of driving. Okay, so that means their passenger, now can I have more than 1 passenger or less than 1 passenger? Less. I can't have more because I'm just learning how to drive by myself without an adult. I have to have less than 1 passenger. Can I have 1 passenger with me?
Yeah.
So you put a bar under it. Okay? A classroom can seat 36 students. I'm going to call my variable S for students. So my students, should I have more than 36 or less than 36? Less than 36. Can I equal it? Can there be 36 kids? Yep. Less than or equal to 36. The speed limit on Highway 10 is 65 miles per hour if you're not in town. So your speed, are you bigger than 65 or less than? Greater? Less. You should be less than 65. Can you equal 65 miles per hour? Yep, so put the bar under it. So notice that my strategy here, I figure out if I'm bigger or less than, and then I figure out, should I put the bar under it or not? I always say, can I be that amount? The amount you need to buy a $350 snowboard. The amount you need. So do you want more than $350 or less than $350?
More than.
You want your money to be more than $350 bucks. Can you equal 350?
Yeah.
Yep, you're broke. You have no money left if you equal. That's your learning targets today.